What is going on, my beautiful family? Welcome to the channel. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this on Thanksgiving. I don't even know when this video is going up right now. Let's see. You're probably watching this video Friday. So Thanksgiving was yesterday. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Today is the start of some FRS stuff. So real quick, we got to slap a transmission back in the car. Currently there's no tranny. We grenaded 4th gear on the old tranny, flat footing it. I won't do that again until we get a CD009 in this thing, which is going to be later on down the road. Timeline wise, it did not work out to get all the parts required to get the CD009 in right now, because we still have to get the trans or the bell housing adapter and a bunch of other stuff. So we cannot get that tranny in right now. What we can do is install another OEM FRS, BRZ, whatever you want to call it, transmission. We bought this online, $340 delivered to the shop. So freaking cheap. It was well worth it. I don't know when we're gonna have time to do a trans swap on the thing, and it obviously needs it. But this tranny will hold the power. I've seen people making like 500 to 600 wheel on a stock trans if you treat it nice. So we're gonna treat this one nice. And not only that, we also picked up a little gift for the car. Over the next week and a half, maybe even longer, the FRS is undergoing a complete transformation looks wise. It's gonna receive a new wheel color, brake color, wrap, and some other goodies as well. Today, of course, we're not gonna get started on any of that crazy stuff, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the last you'll ever see the car black with green wheels. So after we get the transmission in, we picked up this radio from Seicane, or Seicane, that word right there, over on Amazon. I'll have a link down below. This is made specifically for the FRS BRZ GT86 2013 to 2021, I believe. We already have a really nice radio in the car, but this one is actually made for an FRS. The radio that we have in here, it's still the same Android system and whatnot, but as you can see, it does not fit the dash good at all. It just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and quite honestly, I don't really like it. So the new radio is going to take care of that situation, and it's going to be a good solution to have a nice looking dash again in the car, and it's going to flow much better and going to still have all the same functionality that that radio has. And this one's quite a bit newer, so maybe it's even better. You guys clearly see that I run these like Chinese Amazon, eBay radios in a ton of the cars. This radio has been in this car for probably 2 or 3 years. Never once had a hiccup with it. We've ran multiple Android units in the Evo 10. The older ones, I have noticed they're kind of slow, but all the radios these days that I've been putting in the cars, they've been super fast and nice. So I get that question a lot because I'm always installing like these Chinese radios, and I know you guys wonder if they're good or not. I wouldn't put them in all the cars if they were complete shit. Let's go and get this car up in the air, and we got to get our FRS transmission back in it, get some gear oil in, and not grenade it. Also, before we get started on the FRS, I've been meaning to let you guys know, Avalon King, which is ceramic coating, they're having a huge Black Friday sale right now. I'll have all the info on the screen of how much off and all the sale details, and I'll have Avalon King linked down in the description box below. No discount code needed. Go check them out. Save you guys a shit ton of money on some ceramic coating. Engine lift bar, I call it. Setup, tilting the engine back. It's gonna make life a whole lot easier getting the new transmission into the car. Went ahead and got all of my components installed. So we did the billet clutch fork, the clutch fork pivot, our new throwout bearing, and then along with that steel, the stainless steel throwout bearing sleeve that we run. That thing helps out quite a bit. As you can see, I'll show you exactly why we actually run that thing. The factory, where the factory throwout bearing rides, it's aluminum, and over time it gets worn out and all messed up, and then the throwout bearing does not slide on there smoothly. I'm gonna attempt to get this thing installed the same way we pulled it out, aka no trans jack, no nothing, just some good old muscles. It's not gonna be as easy, but if we could get this thing installed with no tranny jack, I'd be kind of excited. Fun little challenge for the night. 2 attempts so far, haven't been able to nail it. I pulled the shifter off to make life a little bit easier. If 3rd time's not a charm, I'll get out the tranny jack. I don't want to break my back tonight, so I'm not like, you know, I'm lying. This is pretty goddamn hard. I want to say I'm not trying as hard as I can, but I'm trying as hard as I can. I don't want to pull that tranny jack out. Oh, fuck this trans. It's in. Holy shit, I'm lightheaded. It's on the studs. It's a start. It's freaking in. It's on. Training's done. Holy shit. I did it. I could use a beer. I deserve a beer. I can't drink beer, doctor said, which is bullshit because I need a beer. Wow, that was hard. Just like I said, pulling this transmission out every single time, e-brake gets left on. So now we got to crawl up top. Not a big deal, but it's just kind of funny how I mentioned that and it came to life. Another 15-20 minutes or so, trans will be done. Throw some gear oil in it, fire it up, and let her run through the gears. See how she does. A couple of things to button up in the engine bay, a couple of things in the interior, and then we can fire this thing up, throw it in gear, and make sure she spins. It's dark outside, so we're not gonna be able to drive it outside today. Well, we can, but I won't show it because it's dark and you can't see. But if it spins, if it goes through the gears on the lift fine, I'm happy. I just wanna make sure this trans isn't already shot. right, let's see what happens. First gear, yay. Everything works. Car is back up and ready to rip. All right, well, let's move on to the radio, shall we? I already showed you guys what it looks like. Nice and simple, no buttons, no nothing. I really do like when radios have like a little volume dial on it. So there's that, and then here's all the wiring. It should be a simple plug and play setup. So let's pop the radio that we have in the car. Let's get that guy out of there and we can get this entire setup installed. So as you guys saw, I took off the screen of our radio, and then this piece right here comes off. Just 4 clips on the backside, just tug on it. And then there'll be 4 bolts holding the radio into the car. Pull those 4 bolts out, your radio will come out. Removing a stock one is gonna be very, very similar. So I already have a GPS antenna installed in the car, so I'm just gonna leave that one in there. Same exact connection it looks like. USB I will never use, I'm not gonna install that. Another USB something or another. All I really want is this radio to work. That's about it. All right, this thing should be ready to go in the car. We have the harness on. All these wires right here will plug into the factory wiring harness on the car, and it should be done. Well, it looks like she works. Cool. That looks so clean too. Let's make sure the audio will work. All right, we are pretty much all finished up, guys. The last thing we need to do real quick is take these little yellow clips off of our factory bezel, and we're gonna put them onto the new bezel. This radio does not bolt in whatsoever, it's just clipped in. So make sure you pull these clips off on this, put them onto this, clip it into the dash, make sure it's fully clipped in on all 4 corners, and you're done. That was like a 15-minute install. And let me tell you guys, this thing looks light years ahead of the old radio that we had in this car. Look how clean it looks with the dash. If I had one gripe with it, you can see it doesn't match. It'd be nice if they included another one of these panels, even if there's a little bit more money, like say an extra 50 bucks or something, at least have the option so these 2 things match, because this is like a fake carbon fiber and this is like a flat black. So other than that, I think it's perfect. Let's go ahead and hit my most favorite part in the world. And I guess it is a little bit better than the last one because the last one did not have CarPlay. And if I'm not mistaken, this one should have CarPlay. Activation status, not confirmed. I don't know how to use it. Let me figure out how to get CarPlay working, and I'll see if it actually will work with my iPhone. So after doing a little bit of looking around online, I don't think it's like the M3 where it's just actual like legit CarPlay. Looks like you need some sort of USB dongle, and then you're still connecting it via USB to use CarPlay, which I'm not a big fan of. I wish it was just completely, I know this is me just being like entitled, you know, trying to be lazy. I would rather not connect to USB if I don't have to. CarPlay in the M3, it's completely actual like Bluetooth CarPlay, how it should be, how like the easiest way ever. In here, it appears, and I could be wrong, that you need a USB dongle. I'll show you guys why I think that. So when you click on the Easy Connect app, which I believe is the CarPlay app, use USB to connect, then enable Seicane on mobile. So yeah, is what it is. Of course, we still have Bluetooth music. We still have built-in GPS. Yeah, we still have built-in GPS and whatnot. I don't know if it'd be as good as like the Apple CarPlay GPS, but regardless, this thing is still amazing. They're not even all that expensive. I'll have it linked down below. I think it was like $200 or $300. So far, it seems really quick. Haven't had any hiccups or issues with it. When you first start up the car, it takes a couple seconds to turn on, nothing crazy. So yeah, if I had my only two complaints are it doesn't match the rest of the dash, and then CarPlay, from what I understand so far, and I could be wrong, CarPlay just needs USB to connect. Other than that, it's amazing. When you turn on the lights on the radio here are white, which I think is a really nice clean look. Overall, I would say 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. All right, my friends, that is gonna be a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to pick up this exact radio, I'll have it linked down in the description box below. If you want to buy a transmission, I would go on eBay and spend 300 bucks. That's where I found mine. Super excited to get this thing back on the road, but I'm more excited for the makeover this thing's about to receive. Tomorrow we're gonna do some stuff with the wheels, and then we're gonna move on to the wrap. The wrap for this car is pretty insane. It's not just the one basic color. It's gonna be pretty sick. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited to show you guys what we do. Peace out, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.